Hello everyone, my name is Rosanna Bedoro, Rai for short, and you're on to Read Time with Rai. So please, if you're here, let me know. Just say something, and I know you're here, and we can go on. I'm sorry I'm 5 minutes late. We will be looking at I'm your partner, not your spouse. And we'll be looking at the guys. Yes, thank you for joining me. We will be looking at that of the guy. Thank you, Chukwu for being here. So please share so people know we're here, we're on. And I remember that a long time ago, some few weeks, we took a poll on the page asking about negotiables and non-negotiables, and I want to thank everybody who voted. Interestingly, 68% voted that you can, yes, they can adjust, their future career plans for their partner, and 32% said it wasn't negotiable. I'm very grateful for everybody who participated in that poll. I'm grateful. Yes, and please share so we know. I know we're on. Please, if you can hear me, let me know. Because I actually can't hear myself. Think. If you can hear me, let me know. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Chukwuebuka, if you can hear, please just let me know, because I actually cannot hear myself. I'm trying to fix that now, actually. Okay. Oh, yes, please, you can hear. Yes, you guys could hear, but I couldn't hear myself. All right, Jonathan, thank you for being here. I can see you. So, all right, without some waiting, because I wasted some time before coming in, we would be starting. So, if you watched this, please share so everybody knows we're on. If you did not watch the first, Atom Peace, thank you for joining me. Atom Peace, thank you for joining me. Please, if you did not watch the first part, I'm your spouse and I'm your partner, not your spouse, part 1. Please do well to watch it so you could because it's a continuation, there's a follow-up. Chukwuebuka, thank you. Yes, I can see that you can hear me. Yes, so please go and watch it so while this is the continuation. And also, of course, on the comment section, you will find on my social media platforms as usual, and a phone number. We now have a WhatsApp phone number. It will also be on the comment section, and you can reach me on that WhatsApp number. It's strictly for Read Time with Rai. You need counseling, you need to tell me something about Read Time with Rai, or about a topic I treated, or you want to send your request topics, please, you can use that WhatsApp number. It will be on the comment section soon, and it will be on the comment section, and we would you can send me messages through there. So please like, share, and comment so people will know we're on. It's important that you share so people know that Read Time with Rai is on. All right, so last week I talked about, today we're going to be looking at the guys. This is part 2. So for the guys, you're the person's partner and not the person's husband. Okay, last week we talked about 4 it's 5 actually. The last is marriage, but of course, like I said last week, I'm also not talking about marriage today. So 4 parts. We talk about the romance. I'm just recapping so you know the stages, because I will be addressing you guys too based on the stages. Priscilla, thank you for joining me. So the stages we had to do with romance, which of course is like the butterfly part. Go and watch that broadcast. I'm not going to explain everything if you haven't watched the first part. The butterfly part where, okay, touching hands and all that, you're getting to know the person. Like I said, that is the dopamine time. where you dopamine is working actually. Then the next part is of course your power struggle, or where I call it the drug stage, where you are kind of trying to know yourself and all. Go and watch the other part. I'm deliberately not explaining all. And then the third is the stability part, where of course you guys are stable, you know the flaws of the other partner and all. And the fourth, commitment, of course, which for a guy, thank you for those just joining me, George Florence. For a guy is a stage to which you excuse me, it's a stage to which you now engage, because I'm talking to the guys now. Yes, so please, if you miss the first broadcast, it's important you watch that broadcast, because that is when you will be able to understand this part. It's important you watch it. Thank you, Amara, for all the way from Nigeria. You can let me know where you're watching from, and I would, Dr. Amara, for joining me. I appreciate. Yeah. So the truth of the matter is, we ladies always have this impression that when you are asking them out, or when you're in a relationship with them, you're automatically their husbands. And that is because to them also, they do wifely duties when they shouldn't. Like I said it in the last broadcast, so go watch it. Now, so they expect you also to do husband duties. Now, every woman is looking, everyone is there's individuality now. There's what she's looking for. But in general, everyone wants to know that a man is stable enough now financially to, so that if he pops the question, she can answer. B, she could answer in the affirmative or something, knowing that, okay, this guy is stable enough, at least financially or something. They also know you could are looking for somebody who could protect, or somebody who could, stand up, be the man up and all. But you see, yeah, I want you to do it for Leviv, I see you. But you see, the truth of the matter is, in the first stage, romance, for me personally, now you have to understand that this is my opinion based on experience, based on counseling, and based on some research that I did. For romance stage, that's the stage where the dopamine is working. That's not the stage where you start spending all your money. That's not the stage where you start trying to prove a point to a lady. Because the truth of the matter is, some ladies know. I'm going to be truthful just the way I was truthful last week. Some ladies know from the beginning, even when you're asking them out, that no matter if you like buy them an aeroplane, they're not spending their life with you. They know they will not marry you in the long run. Some ladies know that from the beginning. Some don't know, but some know. So the first romance stage where dopamine is working on both parties. It's not the stage where you start trying to prove you have money. It's not the stage where you start trying to, want to impress her. Now it depends on the woman. Some women are shallow and all they think about is, oh, your money, and that's why they start storing you on your phones. One, Spender one, McDonald's two, depending on what you do. At that stage is where, like I said, you're getting to know the person, the dopamine is working and all. Yes, 1 or 2 dates, maybe, because so that you could give a proper, as a gentleman, you could ask the person out properly. When I really don't believe in it, but when I say dating, I mean like you take her out to restaurants or something. Yes, it's not the time for you to start giving money. It's not the time for you to start paying fees. It's not the time for you to start taking up responsibilities and all. You are not the husband. You're just asking her out. All her financial duties, that's not the time she should start telling you all the problems she has in this world. If you did not conquer, how would she have solved those problems? So most ladies know from even that stage of even going out, but you're a guy. So for me, thank you for joining me. You're a guy, so you must understand that it's part of your responsibility. Culture has made that so. Society has made that so. That it's part of your responsibility for you to, but that's willingly now. You shouldn't be coerced or forced into doing it. Willingly for you to, show that you can take up, because in the long run, when you become the husband, you're going to take care of such responsibilities. Although now times are changing, so women are helping and all, but basically it's your responsibility. Even if a woman helps you, it's your responsibility to take care of your home. So that first stage is not where you want to start impressing or want to start giving money or all that. It's not necessary at that stage. Please, if you're not joining me, share so people will know what life. It's not necessary then. Now the second stage, which is the like I said, 1 or 2 days so that you could ask her out and know. And there's some, you see, the danger with spending in this first stage is the lady may know that I'm not going to date you, well, but she has seen that you have money. Hey, so all she comes now is she draws the answer. Instead of giving you the answer, she start telling you how to think about it. I want to think about it. She can think about it for 6 months, 1 year. She's thinking about it so that you keep on spending, keep on, doing responsibility when she knows in her mind she's not going to marry you, nor even, go into a proper relationship with you. Now, the next stage, and so ladies, he's not your husband. He has come that he wants to go out with you, or he wants to be your friend and then take it to the next level and all. Go and watch the first part, ladies. You know what I told you to do at that stage. Close your legs. So you also shouldn't be expecting him to spend or to take all your responsibility. He's not your father. He's not yet married. When he marries you now, he takes that responsibility away, because he's taking you away from your home. So he now has the responsibility to take care of you. But in this first stage, you guys are even if you've agreed, dopamine is still working, and you should expect him to take all your responsibility in that first stage. Now the next stage is the power struggle or individuality, where you guys have started dating. So guys, now you have no excuse not to at least gifts, in terms of birthday gifts, maybe your anniversary gifts or stuff. Yes, you could do that. And in this stage now, guys, ladies are looking, because I want to know that you'll be able to be the provider or take care of them. So they are looking at how, because this is where you can also identify a stingy person. He will say he does not have money. Now, if you don't have money, it's different. But you could say, because the girl has told you her birthday. If it has passed, fine. If it hasn't passed, that means you have like a year. So you can't tell me you can't save to even get something small. And ladies, you should appreciate gifts that are given from the heart, willfully. It shouldn't be all the time a specific gift in your head, or you start expecting him to do specific things. He has to give based on his capability. If you know that you cannot be with him based on what he has or his financial status or something, then let him go. It's more honest to let him go than to begin to frustrate him, that he must give you certain things, or you begin to compare what your friend's person she's in the partner is doing. To the two people are not the same. Upon, thank you for joining me. The two people are not the same. Now, when you guys are stable, the third stage is stability stage. That's when sacrifices can begin to come in as a guy. You can, move from just, the giftings and the birthday and anniversary thing to begin to make sacrifices. Because the lady is watching. So you need to start. You can start making little sacrifices to say, okay, I would just do this for you. I know you naturally may be pay for your internet, or I know you naturally would do something, but it should be done with you. You shouldn't be coerced. You shouldn't be forced into or blackmailed, into doing that. It should come from your mind, but you should start doing something, because if you're not doing anything, the lady will be afraid. I know some people are trying to say, I want to know, most girls are materialistic. I understand that fact, but you also have to do something. So that's the dilemma here. You also have to do something. If not so, the lady will be thinking you're stingy. Now, I'm not saying go and give all your money, go and borrow, because some men do that. You go and borrow, you go and give all your money, just try to impress. No. At this stability stage, also for a guy, is the time you should be listening. Shamayati, thank you for joining me. At this stability stage, when you should be listening to the girl, you should be listening so you will know, because this leads to commitment. Sometimes I said, like in the other broadcast, if you didn't watch your Facebook, I go and watch it, overlaps sometimes. So this is the time you should know that whether you should pop the question or not. That's why you guys get no's. You get rejection, but you're not listening. You're just looking at action instead of listening to what she's saying. You should look at actions and also listen. If you listen carefully, if you pay attention to your relationship, you would know whether you should pop the question or you shouldn't. Because some girls, like I said, I don't know why they do that, but they are in a relationship knowing that they are not going. If you like, some girls can even be there 2 years. So it's not a function of the duration of the relationship. They can be there 2 years and know that they would say a no when you pop the question. So listen, pay attention. The signs usually are there. But you see, you guys, most of you, especially if the girl is the type who has maybe slept with you and stuff, you just feel that okay, because she has slept with me, or because she has said yes, she has been in the relationship for long, maybe she's cooking for me even. That means when I pop the question, she's going to say yes. It doesn't always apply. So you have to watch for subtle signs. You have to listen to what. Most guys don't listen. You act like you're listening, but truthfully, you don't. Yes. So in the commitment stage now, when you have popped the question and she has said yes, this is the stage now. Thank you for those that are just joining me. You can please like, share, and comment. Let me know what you think as we go on. It's not just me talking. I want it to be a conversation. So let me know what you think about what I'm saying. You could put it in the comment section. I would say it. So in this commitment stage now, where you have actually proposed, giving her a ring and she has accepted and all, yes, in this stage you should start acting 70% like a husband. You should start doing stuff, not only money, You should start listening. You should start paying attention. You should start sacrificing. You should start talking about your future. You know, you would have, from stability stage, of course, you would have started talking about your future and all, but you should now start making, you know, and listen to her own vision. You see, most men, you just believe that, okay, yes, I know she's a helper, and she's coming, you know, to marry you and all that, but you need to listen to her own dreams and aspirations too. She's also a human being. So she also has things she has dreamt that she would do and all. Yes, there may be circumstances maybe where children start coming that those dreams can be on hold or could be sacrificed on the altar of family. But it does not mean that you will not listen to it and know that these are her dreams and her vision and aspirations, and you will help her achieve them. So this commitment stage is a stage where you act like the man, where you protect, where you guide, where you take decisions. She can ask you for opinions about stuff, about decisions. It's not from the romance stage. She just maybe takes a decision that you feel is not correct. You start quarreling from that stage where she's even still trying to, you know, find her footing in the relationship. It's not correct. Know when, you know, you should assume the headship is when she has accepted your ring. Anytime other than that, she can walk out. Anytime other than that, in fact, even some people after collecting your ring, they return. So it is still not a guarantee. I was reading somewhere where someone said, until you've walked down the aisles and you have been pronounced man or wife, there is no guarantee. That's the truth. There is no guarantee. Something can happen. Although nobody prays for it, but it can happen. So you have to use wisdom. How you hear from this commitment stage again, you can start talking about your finances. You can start, you know, divulging. Like I said in the first part too, you can start divulging. Okay, some men say some women are materialistic, so they wouldn't divulge how much they earn and all. But I think so that the woman won't have too much expectations. Start asking you for presents, asking for things you know you can't afford. I think you should let her know what you earn. Although some people would not agree with this, but I feel she should know. So because she expecting you to steal, she expecting you to get money from the space, you should, especially only in this commitment stage where you have engaged, should you let her know such things about funds and how you intend to dispose or how you intend to expand the funds when families start coming. And you know, depending on if she's working or if she's a student, we cannot tell. But if she, depending on, you know, what both of you are doing, but if she's working and all, of course she should also divulge, and you guys will know how to handle your finances. Because you see, the truth of the matter is, in marriage, I said I wasn't talking about marriage, but I just want to give this tip. In marriage, what causes major crisis, major problem, apart from infidelity, it is how couples handle finances. So this is something you cannot avoid. Don't assume. You must talk about it. Some guys are afraid that if they talk about it in this commitment stage, if they start telling how much they earn or start talking about their finances, the woman may say, oh, he doesn't have enough or all that. Then she's not meant for you, because you cannot steal. If you marry her and you know you didn't divulge how much you have or what you earn, not necessarily how much you've stored up, but what you earn, and you know there is a coming together and she has certain expectations based on, like, again, you're trying to impress her and you've overspent, or you've done all the husbandly duties and acted like one who is a husband where you're really not, she will expect that to continue. If it changes, that's the beginning, because you see the foundation was wrong. That's the beginning of a rocky marriage. You are starting problem that you may not be able to finish. You may not have to go and borrow to sustain your marriage. You may not have to go and borrow to cover up the impression you had created. Now, even if you have so much, you have to be sure that this woman is for you, and not because of what you have. Because the rate of materialism and the rate, I know that every woman wants some form of stable, you know, like let it be finance in the home, but that should be the only reason why a woman is with you. Just because, okay, if you can take care of my needs when I marry you. No, there's more to it, because something can happen to that source of income. Different things happen. That's what I keep on saying. The dynamics of marriage can come in, and what if that source dries up? So you have to know she's also resourceful, that if there's something happens to you that you cannot longer sustain, she can help out. Like I said, it's not her responsibility, but she can help. Just the way before you get married or before the commitment stage, it is not your responsibility to take care of all her financial needs, but you can do it willfully to let her know that when, you know, we finally settle down together, I will be the man in the relationship. Now, you have to keep tabs as guys, like I said, from the stability stage of her birthday, of this, because women take that personal, your anniversaries and co. They take it personal. They are concerned about it. So you have to also try to be a gentleman in the relationship. You should listen instead of assuming, and stop spending to impress. Instead, spend to meet a need. Spend to meet a need that she has, not just to impress her, because most women know when guys are just trying to impress. So at this point, I would hold on a bit so that I can get to questions. If you have questions, this is when you should be typing so that I could answer your questions, or you have contributions, you want to join the conversation, it's okay. I'm open to that. Now, and again, from the stability stage, you should quickly, once you pass that in the individual stage or power tussle stage, you should start assuming leadership, role. But most guys just think it's all about money, all about take out, all about give. No, you should start taking leadership role, because ladies are looking at that, if that you'll be able to do that in the marriage in the long run when you ask her to marry. So they need to see you as one who is decisive, one who is strong, one who takes leadership responsibilities and make right decisions. But of course, like I said, she's an individual, she has brain too, so you should include her in your decision making, or at least find out her opinion. So, and ladies are looking for people who are responsible. Yes, so from the stability stage, start showing these characteristics of being responsible, being able to make decisions, of taking leadership roles, and not just being a spendthrift, because that's why most women or they say, oh, you want to show me you have money, all right, now let's go there. And so they just they instead of them looking at your other characteristics or other attributes or other things that you can do, they just focus on bringing up imaginary problems just to, of course, make you spend, because that is what you've shown her from the beginning. So, do we have questions? If we don't have questions, please, of course, if you are just joining me, like Chris, I see that you're watching, please share and let others get to watch. So please, if you have my social media platforms are already up, and the WhatsApp number is already up, like I said, for request topic, for counseling. I'm open to them. You can WhatsApp me. So if you have questions, please let me know, so I can treat your questions, and that will be all. So guys, the first stage, I'm recapping, it's not the time where you spend. Nope. Second stage, yes, your spending could be birthdays and co. And could be birthdays, could be anniversaries, could be, some ladies like surprise, some spontaneous little surprises. But when you started being stable and from the commitment, yes, you can now go all the way. Grace, thank you for watching me, for watching the broadcast. So in the absence, the last time, that was how I logged out and people started typing. If you got away from Nigeria, thank you for watching. If you have questions, please let me know. Don't start spending from the beginning, because that's when ladies start storing you as MAGA and the rest on their phones. You have to wait some time. You have to get some form of stability in the relationship before you start doing that. And please listen. Most guys don't listen in the relationship. Listen. The signs are always there. If you haven't watched the first part, please go back and watch the first part. It's important you do that. I'll give 1 more minute. If I don't have a question, that would be all. I would go by Grace. You came in late, but you can watch it. So stop being a spendthrift. Stop trying to impress. Not every woman is impressed with your money. Most women are industrious these days, and they make their own money. So there should be something else you're bringing to the table, which is leadership skill, which is your being able to take responsibility. At 10 piece, what do you do as a lady who has a guy who is overspending? Do you tell him to stop? Now, peace, this depends on what stage and on you now. Like I said, most ladies can be in a relationship 2 years. They know they're not going to marry this guy. So if you want to be an honest person, I know most ladies like money. Everybody likes money, especially over 80%. But if you know you're going to spend the rest of your life with this person, you won't make the person depending on how much the person has. What do you call overspending? Because what you think is overspending may not be overspending depending on his purse. But if you know that the person doesn't have so much and keeps on, wanting to spend and all that, and not planning, he can overspend. It can be okay if has already things laid down. He has planned already. He has kept things for the future. But if he doesn't have those things, and you're going to get married to that person, the spending now is actually a waste, because what happens down the road? Yes, he can show that I will take care of you in the home. Maybe that's what this person is trying to do, because some guys have a dilemma. They are torn in between trying to prove I will be the head, I will be able to take care of you, and not knowing when, to draw the line and say, okay, let me plan for the future. Let's just stay for the future. Instead of spending this for a Brazilian head that's almost the same amount for a plot of land, let me get a plot of land for the future. Most guys don't know how to balance that. Marcelina, thank you for joining me. They don't know how to balance it. So it's not like you depending on, that's why I said, like, when you're in the commitment stage, you should know how much the guy earns. If he's overspending, sort of, planning for the future, buying shares, saving, buying lands and the rest, then you need to tell him, hey, hold on, I understand you love me and all, but let's plan for our future. But if it's someone that the person doesn't want to get married to, most girls won't tell him to stop. Because as far as they're concerned, they're not spending the rest of their life with you. So all they're doing is just collecting money. Eugene Ample, thank you for joining me. You say these little surprises you can give, should it be a quid pro quo thing? No. Okay, Jeremiah, thank you for joining me. No, the little surprises I mean is, yes, it's not. Like I said, I broke this down in stages, and I deliberately did not explain these stages in this broadcast because I expect you to watch the first broadcast first. So if you haven't watched the first broadcast, please go back. I said in the second stage, which is your like I call it the drug stage, where the dopamine is wearing off, the I love you is wearing off, you're beginning to see clearly and all, you see flaws and all. You should be able to peace. Thank you for joining me. You should be able to tell. Surprise the lady, not just for her birthday. Now these surprises should come, like I said, from, because she needs to know. Ladies are looking at things so that when you get to the commitment stage, you won't go and ask her to get married to you and she says no. It's because she has looked at a lot of things and feels you won't be the right husband for her. Now, from that stability state where you guys are stable, the dopamine effect has cleared, you are sure that you can live with this person, with this person's flaws, because like I said in the first broadcast, nobody is perfect, you nor the lady. So you should be able to surprise her, maybe spontaneously take her out, or if she was talking about getting something, or surprise, like if you live in Europe, pay for her internet, just do something out of the blue that she didn't ask for. That will make her know that, okay, even in marriage too, at least he will be able to do some spontaneous things for me and my kids. You could surprise me with a car, maybe, Kunda, thank you for joining me. Surprise me with something when, we're married and stuff. So, majority of ladies, not everybody, some ladies say I don't like surprises, but majority of them do. So you could just do those little surprises. It could also be a sacrifice, maybe helping her get something, helping her do something. It's not the time that even has to do with money. But just something she's not expecting you to do. That's what surprised me. Something she's not expecting you to do at that time, but you did. Yes, so those are the spontaneous things. You should learn. I know most guys aren't really spontaneous because they try to just plan, they try to calculate, they try to do, but depending now, like I said, listen, the signs are always there. Know what this lady likes. And again, this also depends. Most guys will not bother to go through this trouble of listening or of trying to surprise or of trying to do all these things, especially if they've gotten what they want. And that's why I said in the first part, ladies close your legs. One, or secondly, maybe they just want to play. They don't have it in mind to end up with this person. So they won't bother doing all these things. But what I'm talking about is somebody who knows he's going to go through all these 4 stages and end up wanting to marry this lady. The person should try to do some spontaneous things like what I just explained. So if you were just joining me, please, when the broadcast is over, you could rewatch, because I see that some people just came on also. So if I don't have any other questions, thank you, Pastor Jeremiah. I don't have any other questions. I would be going off now. Please, my social media platform, WhatsApp, of course. I'm up to request topic. I'm actually going to treat one next week. You could drop it there. Counseling, of course. You could go there or on the page inbox. It's okay. So the number is up. Exactly what I was about to say. Funny enough, I have a question. It's not here. Okay, I'm trying to read exactly. Yeah, just give me some few minutes so that I could read. I'm having some little internet issue. So keep your questions coming while I'm trying to sort that out. Uh-oh. Your girlfriend spends on you. Okay, I think I mistakenly turned the camera. No, I've done it. Okay. Eugene Apong. Sorry, I'm sorry for that technical hitch. Oh, this has. Oh, okay. I'm sorry for the technical hitch. My husband had to help me out. Thank you, love, for helping me. Eugene Apple, my girlfriend spends on me, and yet I don't have enough to spend on her too. And we are not together in the same country for me to help her with some things. Please, what do I do? Samsung Sumisi, thank you for joining me. Please share. All right, yes, okay. So now this is where I would say that's wife material number one. The truth of the matter is like a million yards actually. She understands that you do not have, and that's why when I was talking earlier on, I said things are changing, times are changing, so it's not expected that the man does everything. Some women are independent and are comfortable on their own. They're not really looking for men who are to necessarily come and feed them and stuff. But Akone, thank you for joining me. She understands you don't have enough, and now this is where long distance relationship comes to play. There, even if you're not there to help with little things, and this you could. You may not have so much, but you could surprise her. You still can surprise her here. This is where you have to sacrifice. You can save, even if it's going to take a long while. You can save and surprise her and send it. The place she's living is not in mass. There is you poster, there's address. You can send something to her. You can give your time. You may not have money, but you can give your time. She has more money than you. You can give your time. You can always try to check up on her, and also you can try to do the best you can based on the long distance relationship. You may not have as much as she has, but you can do something. That's my belief. You can do something, and you can be there. Another thing you can do to appreciate what she does is try not to cheat on her, because that's another issue most guys have. And try to know that I am with this person for real, and this person is helping me out. And why most girls don't like doing what this your girlfriend is doing is because most guys will take that for granted and begin to think maybe she's desperate or stuff. It may just be she's just being herself, a kind-hearted person, a nice person, knowing that, okay, I love this guy and this guy doesn't have enough, and she does that. But most guys take it for granted, and so most ladies, even if they do have, they don't do what she's doing. So I think you're one lucky guy, personally. So do we have more questions or not? I'm sorry for the little technical hitch. Thank God my darling husband was on hand to help me out. All right, my time is up actually. I'm just waiting to see if most of you have questions, but if you don't, or if you think it's too personal, you could DM me or send. Okay, Eugene is on again. Talking about giving time, must you be talking with her all your free time? No, not necessarily, because I'm sure she has something she's doing too. But when she needs you to talk to you, or not necessarily to talk to you, maybe just to share. Sometimes it's not just about gisting or discussing. She may be going through some stuff, and she needs a listening ear. You should be there. Yes, you're really lucky, Eugene. You should be there, for her. Not all your free time. Of course, you need to rest. You need to handle other things. I don't know whether you're working, schooling, or what you're doing, but of course, your free time, you need to do some other things. You need to do the chores if you live with your parents or you live alone. So you need to do certain things, of course. But this shouldn't be the time where maybe she's really down or really wants to talk to you or to communicate something to you and you're not available. No, that's what I mean by giving your time. Yes, you should listen to her, and then you could find out also another way you could also assist. You can find out what things she needs done that you could do online, that you could do from where you are. So you could ask, is there anything I could help you with? Is there anything, you know, other than money? You get? So it's not all the time that everything it's surrounding money. There are a lot of sacrifices and things you could do that doesn't have to do with money. But please watch the first part, share, like, comment, and I'll be seeing you all next week in the absence of all questions. Thank you everybody who joined me. And of course, tomorrow is my son's birthday. My son will be 3 years old. Thank you, Minister Fu, for looking after him today. He'll be 3 years old, and I'm grateful to God. So please join in my joy and send a shout out to him tomorrow. I would appreciate that. So bye.